Hi guys, I'm Andy. I'm the artist at webertsworld.com and I make scrap art robots. My wife Lottie, she writes books and she's got 2 children's stories published. I suffer with ill mental health, but I'm medicated and feeling a lot better now. But I have got a trip coming up to London. I go down to Reading tomorrow to stay with an old army buddy, which would be absolutely fantastic. So it's a great support network there. Known him since 1980, so 45 years. So more like a brother than a mate. And it's good to talk. So how do I cope? What are my coping mechanisms for going to London? Lottie and I are both country mice, so going to the Big Smoke is like one of my worst fears, to be honest. How we go to the House of Lords, because Lottie's been put forward for a Soldiering On Award in the new business category. So we're going down House of Lords for drinks, meet some bigwigs, meets lots of other people, lots of the other finalists as well. It's a 5 till 8 do with a suit, so Andy's going to have to see if his suit fits him, because I'm also a fat lad and my weight fluctuates, and that's all part of my mental health, to be honest. I'm trying to do all this in one take, so I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I had over 700 followers after the last couple that were put up. Lottie noticed I lost a few followers, so here I am, trying to drum up support from you guys that are suffering, and probably suffering in silence, to be fair, because I suffered in silence for over 10 years, maybe even more, to be fair. So I've gone off at a tangent. My social battery is tiny, so coping with the stresses of going to London. So how we get around it? Well, this morning up at 5 a.m, out washing the car, because I can't go anywhere without the car being immaculate, especially if I'm going on a long drive, which doesn't make any sense because it's just this time of year we'll get covered in bugs and I'll have to wash it when I get back. But that's one of the things I do. And as you can see now, I'm in my garage workshop. I've got a Burt I'm doing for a great cause. I'm donating a Burt to Tom Harrison House, and that they deal with veterans that have addiction problems. So it's a real worthy cause. They're up in Liverpool. I'll show you it once it's done, because they haven't seen it yet either. But it's going to be fantastic. And that's me blowing my trumpet, which I don't really do, to be fair. Right, so I washed the car. What else have we done? We're packing later. We've already booked the trains. As I say, staying at my mate's in Reading, because driving to London, no, I don't think anybody does it anymore. So we'll park up in Reading. My friend will take us to the train station. We'll catch a train to Waterloo, I think we're going to, and then get on the tube at rush hour, which will be a bit of a treat. So I'll be in a suit in London in the rush hour on a tube. Get to House of Lords. I'll probably have to have a beer, maybe, just to settle the nerves, I think. I don't need it, but I am a little bit better once I've had a beer in me. I open up a bit more and my battery just fills up a little bit. And then we've got to go mingling and try and sell our business. And that's about it, how I cope. Anyway, sorry, I was just thinking of going to London. So any of you guys, gals, anything in between out there suffering with your mental health and have something coming up that just makes you feel a little bit, has your tummy doing somersaults, you've got to go for it. You've got to do it. What's the worst that can happen? You'll be fine. You'll be good. I'll let you know how I get on, because I don't know how I'll get on. But I'll keep you updated. I'll probably post something every week. It's a little bit to do with Webert's World, this, but it's more for the guys out there that won't talk to anybody. I'm happy to talk at any time, so you can drop us a message at webertsworld.com, just to contact us and say you want to chat with Andy, and we can have a chat. And if the chat helps you, then that's brilliant. And if the chat doesn't help you, you've not lost anything really, because I like to think I'm a little bit interesting, probably as mad as a box of frogs at the same time. So that's it. See you later.